my dear students, today I will be discussing about the different types of spillways. The first one, let us discuss about the types of spillway based on utility. Okay, so mainly it is classified into three types, and in some books it is classified only under two heads. Okay, so let us see one by one. The first one is main spillway. A main spillway is the one which is the primary spillway to come into operation in general operation condition and is designed to pass the entire spillway design flood. This spillway is necessary for all dams, and in most of the dam it is the only spillway. Second one is auxiliary spillway. In some cases where site conditions are favorable, it may be economical to provide an auxiliary spillway in conjunction with a smaller main spillway. The total capacity is then equal to the sum of the capacities of the main and the auxiliary spillways. Emergency spillways. An emergency spillway is one which is provided in addition to the main spillway, but it comes into operation only during emergency, which may arise at any time, and the same might not have been considered in the normal design of the main spillway. You can see here, this is a figure which shows main and emergency spillways. The main spillway is the one which is called upon to work under the design floods. A subsidiary or emergency spillway is provided for additional safety should emergencies not contemplated by normal design assumption arise. Under normal reservoir operation, emergency spillways are never required to function. Their functioning is required under the situations caused by an enforced shutdown of the outlet works or malfunctioning of spillway gates, or when a flood greater than the design flood occurs. The crest of an emergency spillway is therefore placed at or above the designed maximum reservoir water surface. Emergency spillways are provided for earth and rock-filled dams only to avoid the overtopping of the main dam embankment because of an emergency condition. This figure which shows the main and emergency spillways for an earth dam. Emergency spillways are often formed by lowering the crest of the dike section below that of the main embankment, or by utilizing saddles or depressions along the reservoir rim. The emergency spillways are thus constructed of low height earth embankments which, when overtopped during heavy floods, get washed away, leaving the main dam having greater freeboard entirely safe. The embankment of the emergency spillway is therefore called the breaching section, the top width of which is kept usually less than 9 meters. Okay, so you can see here, this is the main spillway earth dam, this is the main river, and this is emergency spillway. Next one, based on their most prominent features. Based on their most prominent features pertaining to either its control or to the discharge channel or to some other component. The following are the main types of spillways. The first one is free overfall or straight drop spillway, oogie or overflow spillway, side channel spillway, chute or open channel or trough spillway, conduit or tunnel spillway, drop inlet or shaft or morning glory spillway, and siphon spillway. So these are the main types of spillways based on the most prominent features. Let us discuss one by one. The first one is free overfall or straight drop spillway. A straight drop spillway consists of low height weir wall having its downstream face roughly or perfectly vertical. When the water level in the reservoir rises above the normal pool level, the surplus water falls freely from the crest of the weir, and hence it is known as straight drop spillway or free overfall spillway. It is a low weir and simple vertical fall type structures. This type of spillway is suitable for arch dam. A free overflow spillway is a type of spillway in which the control structure consists of a low height, narrow crested weir and less vertical. The overflowing water may discharge as a free jet clearly away from the downstream face crest of the spillway. This type of spillway is not recommended for high head since the vibrations caused by piping or undermining. Can see here, this is a free type of spillway. Okay, free overfall or a straight drop spillway. This is a random fill and the watertight membrane, and these are the steel tendons, and this is a concrete slab. You can see here, this is a free fall or a straight drop spillway. Okay, this is also straight drop spillway. Second one, a oogie or overflow spillway. It is generally known as oogie spillway. An overflow spillway is the most commonly used spillway. It is widely used with gravity dams, arch dams and buttress dams. An overflow spillway is an improvement upon the free overflow spillway. The profile of the spillway is oogie or S. The overflowing water is guided smoothly over the crest and profile of the spillway so that overflow water does not break contact with the spillway surface. In this case, the downstream face of the weir is constructed corresponding to the shape of lower nape of freely falling water jet, which is in oogie shape. The essential difference between straight drop spillway and the oogie spillway should be clearly noted. In former type, jet clearly away from the face of the spillway and the gap between the face is kept ventilated, whereas in the later, the falling water is made to guide over the spillway provided. This is the difference between the free flow spillway and overflow spillway. It has got the advantage over other spillways for its high discharging efficiency. You can see here, this is a oogie type, or it is also called as overflow spillway. Okay, its shape is like S shape. You can see here, this is a full reservoir level, top of the dam. This is a gate, crest level, dead storage level. This is the average bed, stilling basin, and this is lower nape and upper nape. Outflow from a free falling weir, properly ventilated from below. Okay, so let us discuss the third one, that is side channel spillway. A side channel spillway is the one in which the flow after passing over a weir is carried away by the channel running essentially parallel to the crest. However, this flow may differ from that of overflow spillway in that the flow in the trough may partly submerge the flow over the crest. Side channel spillway is suitable for earth or rock fill dams in narrow canyons and for other situations where a direct flow is not permissible. Side channel spillway is also the best choice where a long overflow crest is desired in order to limit the surcharging head and the abutments are steep. The side channel spillway is usually constructed in a narrow canyon where sufficient space is not available for an overflow spillway. When the dam is not rigid and is undesirable to pass flood water over the dam, this type of spillway is used. Side channel spillway is similar to chute spillway, but the only difference is the crest of the side channel spillway is located on one of its sides, whereas crest of Chute spillway is located between the side walls. In other words, the water spilling from the crest is turned to 90 degrees and the flow parallel to the crest of the side channel spillway, unlike in Chute spillway. This is about side channel spillway. Side channel spillway. Side channel spillway. Here is the reservoir. This is a position of the side channel spillway. This is, suppose this is a dam, then the spillway will be provided here. Okay, this is a chute, then this is a stilling basin, then this is exit channel. This is provided at the side of the dam. Next one is chute or open channel or trough spillway. It is often called as trough or open channel spillway. A chute spillway is one which passes the surplus discharge through a steep sloped open channel called a chute or trough, placed either along a dam abutments or through a saddle. Generally, this type of spillway is provided in earth or rock-filled dams and isolated from the main dams. Its crest is kept normal to its central line. The open channel is sometimes of constant width but usually narrowed for economy. Chute spillway is the simplest type of spillway which can be easily provided independently and at low costs. In this type, water is conveyed from the reservoir to the river or to Nalla below the dam through an excavated open channel through fairly steep slope. Chute spillway is a type of spillway in which surplus water from upstream is disposed to the downstream through a steeply sloped open channel. It is generally constructed at one end of the dam or separately away from the dam in a natural saddle in a bank of the river. Chute spillways are used in flowways where water is to be lowered from one level to another and where it is desirable to avoid a stilling basin. It can be provided on any type of foundations. Open channel spillway is provided in the following situation. Means when it is not possible to provide overflow spillway, when valley is narrow, when separate side for spillway is not available. This is a chute or open spillway, open channel spillway. Outlet, steep slope channel. Here you can see it is very steep slope channel. Here also it's very steep. You can see here also steep slope. So this is about chute spillway. I hope all of you understood. Let us discuss some more type of spillways in next class. Thank you.